Okay, y'all. There is a lot more information coming out about Nolan Wells' case. Some suspects, some not, some lies, some truth. We're going to get down to the bottom of it because everybody is on it, all right? I want to talk about the similarities of this case, and the cases that's going on with that movie Him, because it seems as if they're trying to send a message, y'all. And they started it with that movie. Look at all of these football players and athletes, young ones coming up that are really, really good in their talent. And, they're coming up, something happening to them, y'all. And I want to talk about all of that. I want to talk about the parents, how they're acting weird. Everybody is acting suspect when it comes to these cases, y'all. And it's such a similar pattern to ones that happened in the past. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And let's get it, y'all. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To my day ones, twos, threes, and fours, thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. First, I want to say happy Monday. I hope everyone have a wonderful day. Please stay safe and all that good stuff. Please stay aware of your surroundings, and please, y'all, watch the company that you keep, because it just may save your life or keep you out of trouble. Okay, y'all. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't even know where to start. There's so much stuff coming out right now. It don't make no sense, y'all. I mean, one thing after another, after another, after another. But it's a lot of symbolic stuff that's coming out. And I'm going to tell you how it is, y'all. A word on the street is the reason why those guys deleted their messages and stuff like that were they were tied to a lot of symbolism. This is why that they deleted their pages and erased pictures and stuff like that. To me, y'all, Nolan was chosen. And it's no different than that movie Him, because he was chosen too. I want y'all to pay attention to the similarities in that movie and Nolan's case, and some similarities to why Carmelo could have been targeted for the same reason, because of him playing football and being so athletic. And like I said, it's something about the innocents. They love to come at the innocent ones. They like them sheeps, okay, y'all? And not only do they like them sheeps and they sacrifice those sheeps, but yeah, y'all already know a little BLOOD spread it around so people can get some of that, whatever, that mojo that he has. This is what was happening in this movie, y'all. And it's eerie. It's so eerie that I was looking at this movie. For some reason it took me back to this movie. And I said, what the heck is going on? I know what happened too. I was doing the numbers and Him came up in the numbers. And Him equals 36. And it was 36 days in between, y'all. Nolan's passing and his birthday. You can't make this up. 36 equals 3 sixes. It's like this was planned and plotted out perfectly. Why? And I tell y'all all the time, pay attention to numbers. Pay attention to numbers, because if you don't have to be a part of this dark side. People that you're around could be a part of this dark side that brings you into the circle. Because some people be like, that's my birthday, Mr. Lowdown. That's this, that's that. But it doesn't, apply to you if you're not into this type of stuff. These people like to put stuff right in your face. And they like to play in your face. And you can tell right now they're playing in everybody's faces right now. Because look at all the stories that's coming out. And a lot of them, they're to steer narratives and make you go this way and that way and this way and that way. This, to me, was plotted and planned out perfectly. But at the same time, there's some holes in these stories. Okay? There's some holes in the story. And we're finding out now that it wasn't just those 4 teens on a boat. There was an adult on that boat too. One of them was a parent, allegedly. Okay, y'all? So we don't know what happened to him, but we do know that torture was coming up in gematria. We know that much. Okay. Now I want y'all to talk about. I want to talk about to you all about the movie Him and what they, what the whole thing was about. The whole theme of the movie. The movie was, the father wanted the son to be a football player. All his world was about football, football, football. But according to this movie, is the father sold his son out to the elites. This is why he was taken to that camp as some type of ritual to see was he going to pass it. And if he would have passed it, he was going to be the next GOAT. He also had a GOAT that was already in play that he had to bump out the position to get in that position. And he wasn't willing to let him take that spot so easy. So, y'all, it's a lot going on with this case. I want y'all to pay attention to this too. This was from the movie Him. This was his father who sacrificed him to the elites so that he can be the GOAT. I was going through Nolan's mother, I believe it's the mother, IG account. And I found some weird stuff, y'all. I found some weird stuff. First of all, Nolan does not have the same last name as the father that's on the news and everywhere else. Elmore Winsley is his last name. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Why do they have different last names? So is that his stepfather? I don't know. But the mother goes by Christine Wells Wansley. So I believe she remarried. Now, I don't know if something happened to Nolan's real father. But I found this. And this is another thing that made me think about that Him movie. I wonder how old... First of all, I wonder, is this his real father? Because they have the same last name. Okay? Or is this their family name? I just don't understand the name. Last name is not the same part. Okay, y'all? I found this on her page. And I'm going to tell y'all this too that was really eerie to me. The mother, even though she is, has a career being a nurse and this and that and this, she also was dibbling and dabbling in social media. She was trying to do makeup and all kind of stuff like she was doing. And another thing that it made me wonder, was she trying to be popular on, or was this her sad little gig to do? It's a possibility, okay? But she was trying to be popular on the internet. The mother. So I found that kind of eerie. All right? Especially with everything that's going on. Look at this, y'all. This don't... Y'all got me scratching my head right here. This is from the movie Him. This is from the Wells family situation. And I'm like, what happened to the daddy? The real daddy, if that's not the real daddy that's on the news. Did he sell Nolan out to the elites? Because it's weird the fact that the mother is coming out now saying that she didn't even know these kids that he was hanging around. She didn't know the parents. This is what she just came out and said. Which is weird because one of the boys' mother, who is, I'm just saying, stepmama is the judge, she's saying something totally different. She's saying that she went to school with Nolan's mother. And she definitely knows her. Which makes me wonder, y'all, if the family ain't sell out Nolan, was he just chosen? And was they so gullible, the mom, the dad, the kids? Because you still have to teach your kids structure as well. Now, the daddy got on the news and he did say that he talked to Nolan about certain things, but, Nolan has such a big heart. He didn't want to look at stuff like that. But this is where you put him at. You put him in a situation where all of them, he had some black friends, But that's not who he was hanging out with for New Year's right before he was getting ready to, I mean, not New Year's, on the 4th, right before he was getting ready to go back to school. He was hanging out with these people that drink, that get wasted. This is what he wanted to be around for the 4th. Not only that, he spent the night over their house. You mean to tell me she didn't know nothing about these people that your son was spending the night at his house, their house, or whatever? He's in school. It ain't like he's 21 and this and that and that and this. He's 18 years old. You still want to know where he's hanging out, who's he's hanging out with, and stuff like that as well. You still want to embed in them that, you know, you got to still be careful out here in these streets. And I don't get why they didn't know anything about the boys. They don't know the parents. They don't know nothing. Nothing. And he's hanging out, spending the night at their houses. To me, something is not adding up here. Now, I start seeing the bow ties, y'all. And I just, you have to pay a lot of symbolism and stuff attention. I start seeing the bow ties. And the first thing came to my mind is Masonic lodges and stuff like that, because they're known to wear these bow ties. Now, maybe in their neighborhood, this is the cool thing to do. So maybe, you know, it doesn't apply, but maybe it does. Maybe it does. When I saw the daddy with his bow tie on, and then I saw one of the friends that he's supposed to spend the night at their house or whatever. I don't know if he spent the night at this guy's house or it was just the guy who posted up. Yeah, this is the guy that posted that he went to a party, that he left the island and then he went to a pool party. We're finding out now, the one right here, the third one. We're finding out now that that picture was an older picture. That picture was from June the 29th, not July the 4th. So it just seems like I'm feeling like a Mo 3 situation where they knew that what they were going to do on 11/11. And they knew how to manipulate things to make it send you off this way, that way, that way. Like that picture was purposely took for that reason. So they can make it look as if, oh, he made it from the island and he went and he was taken out at the pool party. They're saying that's a lie. So Nolan was hanging out with the wrong crowd for quite a few days. Probably the whole summer, I'm just saying. He was getting ready to go back to school, whatever was going on with him. It looks as if he was drawing more closer to people that wasn't seeming like they was of his stature. I'm just saying, y'all. You got all these other friends that you were really, really friends with. And before you was getting ready to go back to school, the most people that you was hanging around was these white boys that were doing street pharmacy stuff, that were drinking their kneecaps off. Why did he get drawn to them in the last days before his passing? They say sometimes, you know, you steer do another way. It's just like Mo 3. Mo 3 didn't want to do no music with the ops, none of that stuff. But right before he passed, this is what he was surrounding himself around. Now, he had a manager that helped surround him around these people. But who helped Nolan be surrounded around these people? It seems like the female, I still feel like the female was a setup part to drift them off somewhere. I'm wondering, I'm questioning all of them, y'all. The boys, the father that was on the boat or whatever, everything. And you know what's crazy? As more time goes by, these people are being allowed to get rid of more and more evidence as time goes by. This is crazy. Now, y'all let me know, you know, what y'all think about this situation. For real. Now, this is Carmelo Anthony's father over here to the right. I don't want y'all to mix it up, okay? But I had to put up there his bow ties, okay? Back-to-back passings. And just makes you wonder, y'all. This didn't happen over and over and over again. You know, are they passing their little ones over to these elites? You got to ask yourself this question. And I know you're going to say, well, how is Carmelo's father and them passing him to the elites? Ain't no way in the world you can go to a courtroom and everything go left. I understand that they fooled them and this and that and this. But at the last minute, when you saw that things wasn't going right, you choose not to let your son get on a stand? and tell his side of the story. At least get that out for the world to hear it. Y'all thought it was in his best interest for him to be quiet and not take the stand. You get this Uncle Tom lawyer, and he got ties to the prosecutors. You had all this money from GoFundMe, and you decided to give the money to the same inner circle of the prosecutor and the judge. They're all in cahoot. When your child's life is on the line, going to prison or anything like that, you can't be out here just dumbfounded. I'm just saying, y'all. And they were. They were. Where are they finding these parents at? They ain't got no backbone or nothing to them. This don't make no sense to me. That whole Carmelo Anthony situation seemed like they gift wrapped it and passed them to the jail system. Like they gift wrapped it and here you go. Here you go. That's what I feel like. It's crazy. And we have watched this happen over and over and over again. Didn't that happen with Trayvon Martin, y'all? Ain't this the same thing that happened with Trayvon Martin? At first, everybody thought it was innocent. It was just so innocent. A lot of people looked at him as innocent. This is another one. They found a picture of him sticking his middle finger up and act like he was a bad kid because he stuck up a middle finger to somebody. But as time went on and the case was done and over, we start finding out some things about Trayvon Martin's family and George Zimmerman and stuff like that a lot of people were scratching their head like, are you serious? I never see Jay-Z and Beyonce and them come out and support things like this. I never see it. And you got to ask yourself, why in the world did they take to Trayvon Martin's case? Why, y'all? Why? Is it because of the Masonic ties? You got to ask yourself this question because they are there. And it seemed like the same situation that's taking place with Nolan. Because we know all the Masonic ties. We know. Do we just brush it under the rug and say, oh, the family just collect Google money and go about their business? And then you find out later that they are part of the brotherhood? Were you surprised that Beyonce and Jay-Z then popped up? And right after the brother passes away, I mean, look, the brother is meeting Beyonce and Jay-Z. The mom and daddy is meeting Jay-Z and Beyonce. Because their son passed away, was taken away. Their reward is to hang around celebrities now? This is crazy to me. And I'm going to ask y'all this question. With all the stuff we know about Jay-Z and Beyonce and the devil worship and this and that and this, if you lost a child in this day and age, and the phone ring and they say Beyonce and Jay-Z don't want to come out in March, blah, blah, blah. Well, they want to meet y'all and take some pictures or help out with the situation. What would y'all do? Let me know in the comment section. What would you all do? Is people going to be fanned out? Oh, it's Jay-Z and Beyonce. Forget that they are devil worshippers and ride along with them. See, all money ain't good money. And sometimes you mess your own self up by trying to be greedy, by trying to hang out with people and this and that and that and this that ain't right. Something ain't right with them. You got a known devil worshiper standing next to you and your child. After your other child was taken out. And your husband that's over there. And notice the purple, y'all. Just notice the purple. Notice the purple. Your husband and your son is just smiling. They just don't even know how to act. Oh, it's Beyonce and Jay-Z. Would you all... Let me know in the comment section. What would you do if Jay-Z and Beyonce now reached out to you? Would you turn them down and say H to the E-L-L? No. Go about your business, Satan. Or would you open your arms and welcome them into your little inner circle of mourning? And all of a sudden the mourning goes out the door. Just nothing but smiles, because you didn't forget that you lost a child or a brother or whatever. You're in the presence of some demonic people that has a big crowd following. And right after your son passes away, and you hanging out with Jay-Z and Beyonce and them and all these whoever else that, comes along, you join a sorority. I thought people joined sororities when they're in school, in high school. I thought that was the normal thing to do. But not when you get this old and you got kids and stuff like that. Now you joining sororities? Throwing up the pyramids? Same thing that Jay-Z represents. Y'all make it make sense, because I don't get it. Not only that, we had George Zimmerman that knew he wasn't going to go to jail because he's a Mason. And this is the same thing that Young Thug said. Didn't he say that? I ain't going to jail because I'm a Mason. Did he know? Did he know? A lot of money was collected from this case too. A lot of money. And the crazy part about this is the first case that we heard about Ben Crump. This is the first case that everybody heard about this guy. And it had so many Masonic ties to it. And he lost that case. I said this years ago. I said this on the page. I said, this guy lost this case. Why is it that he's the only one that's running around here getting these big cases like this? Is it because it's all tied? Y'all, ask yourself this question. Is it all tied? Out of the whole United States of America, Ben Crump is the only one that will take these cases? Are y'all serious? He's the only one? And if you got to be the only one that everybody's calling, you should be winning a bunch of cases. But he lost this main case. And probably lost others. I don't know. But this is no difference, because they're all tied to some kind of masonry stuff. This is Trayvon Martin's father right here, y'all. You got George Zimmerman, got his hand in the Masonic pose. You have Trayvon Martin's father, who's clearly a Mason. Okay, y'all? And you have Ben Crump right here. That's a Mason. Y'all. And everybody can see through this fake and phoniness that's on this stage. I don't care what nobody say. There's a lot of fakeness going on the stage. And this Al Sharp guy, I don't... Is this all we have to offer is my question. When it comes to this type of situation. Why is... He didn't crawl from under a rock with his little shriveled up little tail. He done crawled up from under a rock, and now all of a sudden you are so concerned about the black people. These cases have been going on for on and on and on and on. Right before this case was Carmelo's. Where were they doing Carmelo's case? I'm just asking y'all. Where are they for that? Why didn't Al Sharpton, why he ain't come out for Carmelo's case? Huh? We got a athlete that just was set up to go to prison for 35 years. And you didn't come away from under your rock for that. Is this a bigger story for you? So you went after the bigger story? Because that's what it looks like, y'all. And it's looking real fake, y'all. I just have to just say it like it is. It's looking real fake. Benjamin Crump is a 33rd Princeton Hall Mason, y'all. That's what he is. A house ninja that will sell you out at the drop of a dime. Just like he did Trayvon. Po Chow seemed like he was sacrificed to the feist too. My personal opinion. And a lot of others feel the same way. Just like we feel about these last two cases. Seem like a sacrifice to me, y'all. And the mother, she keeps saying she wants, privacy. But she's all over social media, y'all. She's all over social media. How do you want privacy when all you doing is jumping on social media every chance you get? She ain't going home crying and this and that and this. And I know y'all gonna say everybody suffer different. But her suffering is weird to me. And I'm just gonna put it out there because y'all know Ms. Lowdown gonna give y'all the lowdown. She seems like she's more concerned about money than she is about her son. And yes, I'm gonna say it. And the reason why I'm saying it is because I've been reading her posts and all of this stuff. And that money would be the last thing that's on my mind. Not to mention, there's so many people coming out paying for the funeral, paying for this, paying for that. So many celebrities that came out to pay for everything. Everything. Yes, the celebrities is paying for this. So if the celebrities are making sure they got everything that they need, why don't you have somebody appointed over this GoFundMe so that they can handle this business? Why is it that you is on social media in your spare time in between people coming over to the house, hanging out with you and being around you, in between you doing all your interviews and this and that and that and this, instead of going home and relaxing and resting and, mourning, you're on social media talking about the GoFundMe, y'all. Let's not leave Al Sharp out of this too. Okay? This is him throwing up the Baphomet, y'all. They're all Satan worshipers. This is what they are. Satan worshipers. And I keep telling y'all, you got to pay attention to the signs. You have to watch each and every last one of these people. Y'all, you do. You just have to. This is crazy on so many levels. And I just don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. I'm going to tell y'all this too. That hand look weird. That hand looks weird right there. It really does. It's like this guy got two right hands, or this hand is either, I don't know, AI or whatever it is. But word on the street, he is amazing. It is. But this does look like it's AI because the color of the jacket don't even look like the color of this. Maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Devil worshippers always looking distorted or whatever. Okay, y'all? I just did a video about Brandy and, Masonic ties and stuff like this. And now she's sick or whatever wrong with her. Or it's her turn to be I'm just saying, y'all. I just talked about this. And the checkerboard and, the caskets and all of the stuff. I went and I talked about the sacrifices. And that they put themselves in these type of predicaments. Look at the pictures that they were deleting, y'all. Look at the pictures that they deleted off their social media. Ask yourself, why did they delete certain pictures, y'all? Is it because of, checkerboard floors and stuff like that? Masonic ties? This is what some people were saying. That they deleted this because, they are, Masonic ties to them. And they didn't want everybody to see how they lined this kid up. Alabama Dixieland Delight. It looked like he went out of town with them. Or is this something that they set up as, I don't know. But this looked like a place. When I looked it up, it's a place in Alabama. Alabama Dixieland Delight. This is a place in Alabama. And how did a mother not know these kids if they're going out of town with them, or was her son going to school in Alabama or something? I'm just asking y'all. How do you not know your kids is hanging around? Unless they don't want you to know. And that's a reason too. If they don't want you to know or don't want to have no ties to the family, that's a red flag too. That's a serious red flag. But these checkerboard floors and different pictures that they had on there, which is why they jumped on social media allegedly and hid this stuff, was Masonic ties, y'all. This guy right here is the one that posted up the picture that's going around social media of, them being at a beach. Now, I don't know these people like that or anything like that. But when I heard about the picture, I said, that's interesting. But at the same time, we have people that's tied to this case or whatever. They're saying that picture is old. That picture is from June the 29th or something like that. That was not from July the 4th. So I don't know how true it is, but this is what I'm hearing. And I think this came from Ben Crump as well. Okay? It might have been Ben Crump, or it might have been somebody else. But I think it was John Lemon, whatever the guys that used to be on CNN News, and now he got his own little page. I think I got it from his page, and they said that the picture is old. It's old. So if you look at some of these pictures, you see it's not only kids out here; it's adults out here, and you wonder why that there are some adults mixed in with all these kids. I mean, if it's teenagers out there and they having a good time, why is an adult out there with them sprinkled? I'm just saying, they in the backyard playing. Why I don't see me going and get in a pool with my son and his friends. You know what I'm saying, y'all? It seemed weird. And I wonder, was he one of the people that was on that was driving the boat? One of the parents? I don't know. But either way, the boy that posted the picture up just so he could change the narrative and make people think that, they gonna think that he made it from the island and it happened here and there and there. And that's another thing. When the mother said that she when she had to go get the phone, or her friend wouldn't get the phone, she said that there were 2 pings from his phone. One was one place and one was another. And I didn't understand that. How can a phone ping from 2 different places at the same dang on time? But this is what the mother has said. Now, Noel equals 46, y'all. I put that in. That's the guy who posted up that he was at the pool party at 1 o'clock in the morning. But I want you to pay attention to this 372. 372 means something being staged in gematria. Just like Angie Stone, they said that was a whole stage scene, that she did never make it to the expressway. She didn't make it from the ball. That's what I heard. Okay, y'all? That's what, was going around too. That's what was coming up in the numbers. So, for 372 to come in there under Noel, the guy that posted that up, if he didn't play a part in it, he knows who did. My personal opinion. Okay, y'all? That's all I got to say about that. If he didn't know, he knows. Now, Noel equals 46. And if you put Noel in, charming comes up, which makes sense. Because when somebody's trying to line you up, they the sweetest person in the world. They so charming. They so loving when they're trying to line you up. And this is so that you'll let your guards down. And that's exactly what Nolan did. Okay, y'all? Life and demise came up as well. It was 46. 1 minute he was good, the next minute it was life or demise, hanging out with these bunch of people. Okay, sacred to the vice also equals 46. We didn't see this number come up so many times. Either comes up 46 or 64. When Young Dolph was taken out, Yo Gotti went to the White House. Biden's wife, I believe, had on the number 64 or 46, and they took a picture together. Same situation with what's his name, Drake and 21 Savage. They was on SNL or something like that right after Takeoff was taken out, and Drake had on a jacket with the number 46 or 64 on there as well. Sacred to the vice, yeah. And they were mocking Takeoff's passing. Michael B. Jordan had on a bowling shirt, and they had flowers on the stage. I was like, oh my God, they're mocking his passing. And this is coming up. This guy is mocking too. Because why would you post that up, then delete it to make it look like it was something of importance? We have some that's now. When the father came out, the Metcalf, in the Carmelo situation. I know I'm going back and forth, but I'm just telling y'all the similarities. When the father came out, the father said that, oh, we're going to go viral. Pay attention to them saying that. Because this situation that happened with Nolan, I do believe that's about that too. See, a lot of these little towns and stuff is boring. It's boring there. And this is their excitement. They look at us as entertainment when they're doing something to us. We're their entertainment. And I believe Nolan was their entertainment for the night when he was sacrificed to the feast. Okay, y'all? I believe he was their entertainment. They get off on whatever that they did to him. A lot of stories is going around. We got one person just came out and said that they spoke with the first, person that did the autopsy. And they saying that person said that there was no visible marks on him whatsoever. There was nothing on his neck. There was nothing on his face. There was no visible marks. This is what they're saying that the first autopsy, guy or whatever, whoever handled it, said. Which don't make no sense, because if that's the case and there were no visible marks on him, the Y and the H to the ELL, did they have to use his dental to identify the body and his DNA to identify the body? Something don't seem right. Why would they have to take a perfectly fine body that could have possibly just drowned or whatever? Why would they have to take it to another place to get a second autopsy if it was just about that? Why did y'all let the parents see the body if it was nothing wrong with it? I got a lot of unanswered questions. His mother is in the medical field. What was wrong with letting her see the body? If y'all knew that nothing happened, that they didn't put no paws on him, they didn't do nothing to him, this and that and this, then why are you hiding his body from his parents? That's the part that makes no sense. And why ain't the parents saying anything about that as well? That they wouldn't let me see the body? Or did they not even push to see the whole body? Ask yourself this question. Why is the mother more concerned about GoFundMe's than seeing her son's body to see what type of shape he was in? That would have been my first thing that I would have been wanting to know. I would have been standing outside that office and seeing who going in and going out. I would have been just sitting around that door until I seen something. When they told me they finished, I would have been right outside the door of when they finished that autopsy report. That would have been my main concern. Going there, sitting there waiting until that's done. Once they are done, before that body was shipped to Washington, which don't make no sense either. Because there's more going on in Washington right now than ever before. But yeah, before that body was shipped to Washington, I would have seen my son's body. No way in the HELL that I'm going to sit back and let you ship my body to another set of people that could be a part of y'all little crap as well. And I know they're like, they from... these demons are worldwide. This is why they call them the Brotherhood. They are worldwide. And they stick behind each other. They know each other through, sororities and going to school, all of that stuff, y'all. They stick together. And this one right here, I just have to say it, she was more concerned about this GoFundMe right now. That's her main priority right now. And everything is a code. Everything. Christine Mosley, she put this up. Wonsley, whatever her name is, Wonsley. Please be on the lookout. This is an update that she put up. Please be on the lookout for Nolan. Last seen was West Tip North side of Horn Island. Today at 3 p.m. 7/4. Wearing blue shorts, sunglasses. This is what she posted up. And if you take everything out of the sequence and just use the numbers, 374. Let me show y'all what came up with 374, y'all. Innocent. There go that sheep again. They love those innocent. They love the innocents. There go that sheep. And you know what this made me think about too? Him. Because we are hearing now that Nolan was beat to his demise. There are some people coming out saying that he was hit with iron pipes or something like that. This is what people are saying. It makes sense to why they won't show the body. It makes sense. But this is what we are hearing. Okay? In the movie Him, he was hit on the back of the head and knocked out. Remember that, y'all? He was knocked out. There were also BLOOD. They were transferring from one body to another. So he can have some of the goat blood. Okay, y'all? Y'all remember that? See, these Satanists, they're into stuff like that. And if somebody wants your BLOOD, there's something in it that they want. They think that if you are athletic, and stuff like that, they could take your BLOOD and put it in theirs, and it's going to make them play better, or this and that and that and this. That's what that movie was about, y'all. Remember, he was doing the the infusions. Same thing. 374 represents soul trap. Was the innocent trapped when he was hanging around? Was it a soul trap when he was hanging around his friends that day and the day before? Was it? 374 equals soul trap. 374 equals John John. Word on the street is that's what they call the sheriff, y'all. This is little nickname, John John. Why would that pop up? 374 equals John John. This is what they called him, y'all. One of his nicknames. Mr. John Ledbetter. He doing everything in his power. My personal opinion. To let the people that whatever happened got away with this. He's doing everything in his power to make sure they do. That's what it looks like on the outside looking in. And a lot of people feel that way, y'all. Metcalf came up 374. Can't make this shit go up, can you, y'all? Metcalf came up too. This is how I know that these cases, it's an agenda that's tied to these cases. They're either trying to start something or just trying to make a fool of, people of color in general. They're just trying to make a fool of everybody. Dangle stuff right in your face, laugh about it. Oh, we're going to go viral. We da. All of these people putting up stuff, taking stuff back down. It's a game to them. It's a game to them. This baby has so much to live for. And he's gone right now. And they're saying, even the parents don't even want to admit all the way that this is about race. It's definitely about race. How in the world do one black person go to a island and he don't make it back home? And you want to say it's not about race? Really? There are people right now jumping on social media, white people that is, taunting the family right now, laughing, talk about we gathered and all of this stuff. This is what they're saying, y'all. Same way they got Carmelo Anthony. Same way they tied him, just lined him up to go to prison for something the McCaffs done. And they have been doing for a long period of time. We got all these activists out here. We got all of these people out here. And they haven't even pushed the issue. They out there marching right now. There are people out here marching right now for Nolan. Where's the marches for Carmelo? I don't understand this. This don't make no sense. Oh, he's still alive, so you're not worried about him? He's in prison right now for something they set up. And people are not taking it seriously as if they taking this case. All of a sudden now, this case is priority. Is it priority because all of the celebrities is coming out showing their face? Where's Tyler Perry now for Carmelo? Or do they not care? It's clear as day. Somebody threw something in the garbage, went back and got it. Why did they throw something in the garbage if they didn't do anything? It's just like this case. Why are you hiding and deleting your social media if you ain't do anything? Why didn't you want to release the key to the father if you didn't want to do anything? Something is not adding up here, y'all. Mingle Tingle assaulted comes up as 374 as well. Would you be surprised if he was touched? If something happened to him? Would you all be surprised if somebody went through? I ain't trying to be mean, but would you be? Look at some of those pictures that they are showing with grown men all up on those boys. Would you be surprised if they didn't take Nolan out and went through the back door? Because word on the street, it was recorded. Just like Mo 3. I talked about Mo 3, that I'm getting the feeling of Mo 3 with this case. Because the numbers, it's odd that you pass away 36 days, 3/6 days before your birthday. Are you kidding me? Now we're hearing that they recorded it, y'all. The attack on Nolan. It was recorded. What's up with these watch parties, y'all? What is wrong with people recording somebody being attacked? Watch party equals 187. You know what else comes up? 810 comes up twice. It was 810 days left in the year on the day that Nolan was taken out on the 4th. Not 810, 180 or 108 days left in the year. I'm tripping. 810. It's only 365 days. Okay, y'all? 180 days left. He passed away on the 185th day of the year with 180 days left. He also passed away at the age of 18. That's on there twice. You can't make this up, y'all. You cannot make this up. Dangling, HANGING equals 374. Why would that come up? Scripted equals 374. It seems like when the mama them out there on the talking, they seem like it's scripted. It seems as if Ben Crump and Al is telling her what to say and how to act. It just seems like that. It's crazy, y'all. Scripted also equals 237, just like The Shining. Room 237. Just like Angie Stone. You can't make this up. This is crazy. This is crazy. Shanquella Robinson. The fight was recorded when they jumped her, when they took her out of the country. Who was the lawyer over that case? Ben Crump. Yeah, it's a lot of weird stuff going on with this case. The B system equals 374. First degree demise equals 374, y'all. And there's no doubt in my mind that ain't first degree. Mark of the beast also equals 374. Third eye equals 374. Y'all. Ring a bell? Here goes Shanquella Robinson, mama. Having her first interview with the checker fluid, y'all. Checkerboard floor. Same thing I was talking about with Brandy. These demons, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Look at the hand gestures, y'all. They not hiding their evil hand signs anymore. They're showing you. Nothing was done to this man, and still nothing ain't been done to this man. The biggest story of the decade. He's still moving around like he ain't did a thing. He was rewarded by so many people. They was having him coming to, y'all, people that own GUN shops and all kind of stuff had him coming there to them and signing stuff and all. It was a big thing for this man to get away with taking that little one out. And the mama and the daddy sit back and shook hands with demons. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And now Nolan's family, before they even looked at the body, Ship the body off to, and Ben Crump now. Ship the body off to Washington. Why Washington, y'all? Ask yourself this question. These people that don't like people of color just finished marching on July the 4th. Coming through there marching like crazy, y'all. Look at them. They were all over the L's and buses. This is how they was coming. With their masks on. Why y'all think they got those masks on? They punks. They want to go out and do stuff to people, but they don't want to show their face. A lot of these people work at jobs that they could lose their job if they found out that they were under those masks. A lot of people have been losing their jobs since these cases been going on. Because they have been going into people's posts and liking the post or saying some little slick comments on there. And people been calling them out and they calling their jobs and they losing their jobs, y'all. Because of hate. This is what they doing. This is what was going on in Washington. But you shipped his body to Washington? Look at these people in there. They're saying that some of these pictures is going to be put up for history. Because this reminds them of back in the days when they was making people get to the back of the bus. This is what they call themselves doing. This is what this is allegedly about right now. Putting folks in their place before they send you back to those days that you ride on the back of the bus. Pay attention to the warning signs right now, y'all, of what's going on. And I know people out here saying, oh, this got to do with Trump, this got to do with this, who y'all voted for, and this and that and this. It doesn't matter who's going in that office. Ain't nobody doing what they supposed to do. And even Democrats go in that office and they sell us out. They do. Look at Jay-Z and Beyonce, how they was in the White House constantly when Obama was in there. Look at all the stuff that he's accused of doing. Look at all the things that Jay-Z done got away with doing. Even child support, y'all. Even child support, even DNA, whatever it was. He got away with everything he wanted to get away with. You know why? Because he was hanging out at the White House. So it doesn't matter. You can say till you blue in the face, oh, Trump is the reason why this is happening. No, this is the reason this is happening is because this is the world we're living in. And we got hateful people out here. And this could happen under Republic or Democrats' office. And they trying to make it political. So you can be like, oh, Trump, the reason why this is happening, so we're going to vote Democrat next time. We're going to do. It's all a game to them. It's a game to them. Why is it that other people are more upset about these kids being taken out than their own parents? And people that live with them and is around them. How is that? It's okay to mourn different, but if your only concern is more about the GoFundMe than it is your child getting justice or whatever. That makes me feel like there's some red flags. Alabama Dixieland Delight. If you put that in, which popped up, okay, y'all? 187 popped up. Y'all already know what 187 represents. 187. Was he already targeted? Were there people jealous of, Nolan's family? Just like people were jealous of Carmelo's family. They don't want you in their neighborhoods. They don't. And you got to be careful when you in them. Because they're going to do everything to get you out of it. The family is receiving all kind of messages and posts and tauntings and all of that stuff. They didn't just want Nolan out of there. They want his whole family out of their neighborhood. That's what they want. And for this woman to come forward, the judge, that's one of the kids' stepmother, and say that I knew her from school, makes you wonder, did you send those kids, did you send them over there to get him and do this to him? Makes you wonder. That jealousy is real. You turned out to be a judge. She's a nurse or something like that. You would think that you would be content with that, but no, it seemed like there's some jealousy in there. The mama said, I don't know these people, but the judge is saying different. I went to school with her. If you went to school with her, did you not like her? Because it definitely seemed like her son was targeted. It definitely seems like your child or stepchild or whatever you want to call it, seemed like he was sent his way for a reason. That's what it seemed like. There's no other way in the world that somebody just spent the night with y'all. And then the next day, while everybody else was searching for him, you out eating breakfast, chilling. And get this, y'all. The rumors have it is there was a really big meeting after Carmelo was taken out. Not Carmelo, Nolan was taken out. There was a big meeting after he was taken out. And it was a meeting by all of the parents and the people that was on that boat. Those 3 guys or 4 guys that was on that boat. All of their parents got together and had a big meeting, y'all. I kid y'all not. I've been hearing this now. I wasn't there, I don't know, so I'm going to say allegedly. But word on the street is they all had a big meeting. What y'all think that meeting was about? For them to get their stories together? To me, that's what it was about. But this is what they're saying. Like I said, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But that equals 187. Alabama Delight. 18th birthday comes up too if you put in Alabama Delight, Dixieland Delight, which is this guy that was on the boat with him. Here is Nolan. Checkerboard floors. You put that in, 18th birthday come up. Nolan was 18, y'all. You can't make this up. He was 18. November 1st, 2025. We're going to leave out the 2025. But look at that November 1st. There's 111 right there, y'all. That's coming up under that picture. That Alabama picture. Okay, y'all? Benjamin Crump. I put Benjamin Crump in. 223. Skull and Bones. Popping up, y'all. He is the lawyer of demise. This is what he is. Okay? 38 and 223 is popping up. Skull and Bones and take you out about the numbers. Where did he come from, y'all? Huh? Do they take people out and then they call him? I'm just saying. Because it's weird that he travels all over the world. Like there's so many people in law school. There's so many lawyers out here. You mean to tell me nobody else would take these cases? Only him? And he's tied to Freemasonry? Like it makes no sense to me. Another thing right here is 6111. Y'all remember that movie that Obama made? 6111 was in the background of the movie. I talked about this when that movie came out. Leave the World Behind movie. Look at this. How's all of these signs about leaving the world behind, sacred to the fight, they got 11, take you out, Skull and Bones. How all of this is under Ben Crump's name, y'all. And look at that 180. 180 days left in the year when Nolan was taken out, y'all. This you can't make this up. Saturday, July the 4th, 2026 to Sunday, August 9th, 2026, which is Nolan's birthday, 36 days apart. Tour to the church, Nolan Xavier Wells. If you put that in there, look what it comes to. 327. Staged event. What really happened to him is not what they're putting out there. And we know that because the autopsy report is taking so long. They're finished and they still haven't made an announcement. Why are one autopsy report waiting for the other one to put something out before they release something to the public? What you waiting for? Put yours out. You don't want to be embarrassed if yours come up different than the other people's? Or you want them to say something first so that you can all counterreact what they're saying? It's weird, y'all. Look at the 111 on there. Look at the 111. Tour to the church, Nolan Xavier Wells equals 237. Like I said, staged. 111, sacred to the vice. You see that? And look at that, 1161. There go that 6 and 111 again. Leave the world behind. Y'all, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. This is crazy. Mississippi tour to the church. Look at that. 1161 again. You can't make this up. It also equals 36. Also, I told y'all they did some stuff to him, and I'm wondering, did he get hit on the head or something? Because if he didn't have any marks on his face, which I doubt, because they would have let the mama see the body by now if it wasn't messed up. Y'all, I don't know. I don't know. If it was not messed up, what are y'all hiding it for? Why are you hiding him for? It don't make no sense. Identified through DNA. This is what they told us, that they identified him through DNA. You know what that represents? Sacrifice to 111. Type it in gematria. 111 comes up. Not only did 111 come up, but identified through DNA equals 201. You know what 201 equals? Order of the Aluma to the Nadi. You can't make this up. I keep telling y'all, you can't make it up. The stuff that's coming out right now is weird. It's all outdoors. There go that 111, y'all. Mark of the beast. Sinking of the Titanic. They sacrificed to fight so many people on that Titanic boat, and this is the same situation, y'all. Every time somebody's taken out, this 111 and 1111 and 223 and that 38 pops up. In this case, it's all over the place, okay? Not to mention, Leonardo DiCaprio played this movie, The Titanic. His birthday is 11/11, same day that Mo 3 passed away on. He was lined up on the expressway. You can't make this up. Not only that, forensic dentistry is when they go and use your teeth to identify your body. If you type that in, that equals 36, which is 63, same thing. It equals 223, skull and bones, just like being crump and all of this mess. They go to 11/11 right there in your face. Did his ship sink that day? Yes, it did. Was he sacred to the fights that day? I believe he was. And look at here, y'all. You can't make this up. Skull and bones all day long. Checkerboard and skull and bones all day long. Why is it coming up under all of this? And it seems as if this ain't nothing but a money grab, y'all. A money grab. This family already had money. Look where they was living at. Kids in college, all kind of stuff. They already had money. There's no way in the world that he didn't have no insurance. Because I don't see no rich family or well-off family not having insurance on their children. It ain't like you talking about somebody from the hood. And I know people like, why you keep talking about the hood? It's a difference in the hood. The people in the hood, a lot of people, they do not buy insurance. They just don't. They don't. And it's not nothing against it, but it's a lot of crimes that get in place in the hood. You should have more insurance than anybody. They don't have insurance. Y'all mean to tell me that Nolan ain't have no insurance? So they finna get that insurance money. They didn't have to pay for anything. The celebrities paid for the funeral. They done made well over $100,000, $150,000 or more. It's still climbing from my understanding. Okay? Yeah, I know they're gonna have to fight this. I know they gotta pay for the lawyer and this and that and this. Y'all, but why always being crump? He always swoops in to collect that money, don't he, y'all? He always, when somebody passes away, it just seems like it's staged. I ain't saying he ain't gone. But what's really happening here, y'all? This is how they, look out for each other, make sure each one of them, get rich? I don't know. This is Shaquilla Robinson's father bracelet. When he went on, the TV to do an interview about Shaquilla Robinson on the checkerboard floor. He had on this bracelet, y'all. You can't make this up. Checkerboard floors. This is his base. This is his bracelet he got on is representing giving your little ones to Satan. He got on his Adidas. Adidas represents same circle of mess, Masonic stuff. You can't make this up, y'all. You can't. Trayvon Martin hooked up with Jay-Z, a Satanist? You just lost your child and you gonna sell out to Satan at the same dang on time? Are people too gullible, y'all? They are. They're too gullible. They let their guards down all the time. They easy to just fall for anything. All the time. Trayvon Martin's passing was brushed under the rug because the parents started kicking it hard with the information started coming out about Masonic ties. Is his mother Eastern Star now? I mean, she didn't get plugged with the sororities, so I wouldn't doubt it. The daddy was already in it. It's just like now they're pushing Jay-Z off on everybody because they get low on funds now. Everybody's supposed, and he needs to prove to the elites now that he's still running black folks' business. That he keeps these black folks alive. So now he's all over the place right now, trying to push himself off on people and make people, accept him now. All these other cases out here, why him and Beyonce ain't came out to say nothing again? Is they gonna pop out the woodwork now? Next? Are they? Beyonce from the South, ain't she? She from Texas? Why was Trayvon Martin's case so different than everybody else's? How did they stop if you were so concerned about him? The word on the street, it was a business deal. That's what I heard. It was a business deal. And whatever business it was, they got Trayvon Mama throwing up the same signal, y'all. Got to throwing up the same signal. You can't make this up. Let's get back to Nolan Mama right now. Because this is Nolan Mama's her thing right now. GoFundMe update. I have taken over the GoFundMe account for my son Nolan Wells at the recommendation of my legal. Please share this so there are no issues or misunderstandings. I'm still in the process of updating the account fully. So the legal team is telling her, make sure that money's straight. Don't mess up that money. Make sure they sending that money to the right account. You think these celebrities is not helping with legal fees? I'm just asking y'all. Once again, she got to put another post up. Once again, I have not approved anyone to speak or post on our behalf regarding our son Nolan Wells other than attorney Ben Crump. She's pushing an issue. This is my attorney and this is the only person that's going to be speaking for me and his legal team. Lord have mercy. Now you want to control who's speaking. This will be the last thing on my mind if this was my child. I wouldn't be thinking about no doggone GoFundMe. I would not be thinking about no doggone who is speaking up for me, because people are going to talk all over the world about this case. If you're going to get on social media and talk about everybody that say something about your son, you're going to be busy, child. You're going to be very busy. Make it make sense, y'all. Do she like this attention? Because it's starting to look that way to me. And you know what's weird? She had, social media accounts and stuff like that. There were no posts at first of my understanding, because when I went to look at stuff, she had just posted Nolan on her account. When he passed, she started posting him. My understanding. A little something here and there, but not a lot of posts of your kids. The daddy that came out, no post of Nolan. I'm like, what the heck? How he got social media and he ain't posting nothing about his son? Basketball game, not basketball, football games or whatever. It was weird to me. This woman posts all day long. All day long she posts. Missing out Nolan so much every second of every day. This has been the worst time of our lives. We know that. You don't have to keep on jumping on social media. They say it. Watching his siblings go through the motions of grief adds another layer to the sadness. If you're so sad and your kids is taking this so very hard, get your Asika off social media and go see to your kids and help them get through this. Not the social media. We don't need no help getting through this. You and your family, your kids need help getting through this. Why are you all so concerned about money? So concerned about what people saying on the internet? Then seeing to the siblings. Making sure they good. Because my understanding, I heard that, it was one on birthday. I'm not sure if that's true or not. But this is what I heard. That one of the kids' birthday was the 4th. Or the 5th or something like that. Not sure if that's true or not. But do this make sense to y'all? I want to thank our family, friends, community, United Cajun Navy, local law. Y'all, she doing too much for me. She too busy for me being so sweet and nice and thankful. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Make sure y'all send that money to the right Cash App. Make sure you send it to the right GoFundMe. Y'all, it's something ain't right about this. It's something weird about this family, too. And I'm just going to have to say it. I don't care what nobody say. Nolan was a special soul. She keeps saying that. He's a special soul. Let me see. Is she trying to tell us something? He was a special soul, y'all. A special soul. Why does she keep saying special soul? Y'all ain't gonna believe what that comes to. If you go to Gematria and put Nolan was a special soul, that equals 232. Skull and bones. You can't make this up. Go type it in. Go look up Gematria calculator. Type in Nolan was a special soul. It equals 232. Y'all. Not only do it equals 232, it equals 308. And in Gematria, you don't count 0. So 38 is take you out by the numbers. You can't make this up. Every which way you turn, it's one thing after another with this family. Like, I'm just saying, this case, period. The daddy act like, oh, the goons want to run into the white boy's house to get the keys or whatever. I don't know. Because I'm telling you, it just seemed like it's a lot of land going on, y'all. And what's really going on is a lot of money being collected. And y'all look at her photos. All of these photos that she posted on her social media was recent. If you got, I don't know how many kids they got. I keep saying them with a bunch of kids. If you got 5 or whatever, 4, 3 kids. Where is her pictures? Then you upload the pictures of the people he was last with. It seems like she is trying to get attention through social media, y'all. I just like the boys is trying to get attention. Throw something on there, erase it, this and that. The mama, it seems as if there's something weird going on with her too. I don't care what nobody, people can get mad if they want to. Don't let the doorknob hit you. But something is odd about this. You got to admit that. Did she just start her page? And this is why she started throwing up pictures of him like that. They was just this loving family or whatever. This is weird to me, y'all. This is weird to me. And pay attention to the colors. She threw up a picture with him in the red and black, with her in the red and him in the black and white. Ring a bell to a lot of other stories that's been going on. All the red and the white, and the red and the black and white. Same thing, y'all. Same thing. Ashley just passed away. A lot of people feel like that was sacred to the fights too. A lot of red and white. And red, black, and white. A lot of that in that too. Showing sacral to the official lamb, y'all. This is what the red and white represents. Tudor rose. Go look it up. Tudor rose is very important to Masonic people, y'all. And a lot of time these roses pop out, there's somebody about to pop out. Somebody about to be up out of here. Okay, y'all? The red rose and the white rose. This is sculpted in a lot of churches and stuff like that. In a lot of satanic places, they got this sculpted in there, y'all. And this pops up when people are about to be taken up out of here. Look at Ashley, y'all. I talked about this when Ashley passed away. Social media girl. Or woman. All the red and white in symbolism with her case too. How her mama and daddy and them was acting weird too. They were acting weird too, y'all. There are memes of lambs with the red and the white. There are memes of this. Her family and them gave an interview with red and white on, y'all. Put the white guy over here in the black and white, and then you got the red and the white on. Y'all, I put this up. When I saw this, I said, what's going on? They trying to stay coordinated with the guy that took her out? Allegedly. Okay, y'all? Make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Were they red and white when it came down to Nolan's passing? Yes. Look at the red and white right here. He has on the red, he has on the red, he has on the white. Beads, y'all. Beads is very important when it comes to this stuff too. Kathy White was taken out, and Beyonce posted up all kind of beads and all kind of stuff in her music videos after Kathy White was taken out. A lot of beads and symbolism and stuff like that. That Beyonce was doing. Allegedly toward Kathy White's passing. Because she was messing and mingling and tingling with her camel. Y'all, you can't make this up. And the mama posted this up on her social media webpage. She thought this was the thing to do. Show the red and white symbolism. Huh? Where are the pictures that you had on before then? So you just threw those pictures up after he passed away. And these are the only pictures you sought to throw up? You didn't think to throw up other pictures? And if you are doing an honor to your son that just passed away, you just lost. If you got time to post up new pictures, why not post up some happy times? Why are you only posting up the demons that he was with? It don't make no sense to me, y'all. Him. If you put him in there, that also equals 36, y'all. With 180 days left. His birthday, between his birthday and the day he passed is 36 days. How many days was left in the year? 180. There go that 83 again, 38. Twice. You can't make this up, y'all. You cannot. Masonic also equals 36. 223 is popping up. There go that 444 popping up. Okay, y'all? And Jay-Z them number. Popping up. Not surprised. You know why? Because they pops up when they tied to Ben. Ben is tied to Jay-Z them. Ben Crump. 74. He passed away on 7-4. Masonic equals 7-4, y'all. And just because we talk about white people and Masonic stuff, it's a lot of black people out here that's some sellouts too. They are. There are even people that's attached to Masonic and they don't even know the demonic ties to Masonic background and Eastern stars and how they stick together and cover up messes like this. They the ones that help keep their foot on their own people's neck, y'all. Look at the checkerboard, y'all, in a casket. Checkerboard in a casket. And what you see in the middle, the star. You can't make this up, y'all. You cannot. TORTURE also equals 3-6 with 180 days left in the month. Y'all, this is crazy. Sacred to the Feist. 3-6. There it goes again. Can't make this up. You cannot. And they shipped his body to Washington. Well, all this mess is going on right now. Make it make sense. Forensic dentistry, 11/11. Leonardo DiCaprio, birthday, 11/11. Star of Titanic, y'all. Can't make it up. There go that brotherhood. There go that 223. Can't make this up. 3-6 is right here. This judge right here just came out, y'all, and talked about how the sheriff is not doing his job. He brought up some good points, y'all. And you know what he basically said? If he was in office, if he was still, he's retired now, but if he was still a judge and what he knows right now, he would have been issued out a warrant by now. For several reasons why he would have issued out a warrant. He said that phone plays a big deal in this case. The deleted messages plays a big deal in this case, y'all. It's the major key to this case. And the fact that, they moving the way they moving, he would have been issued a warrant for their arrest. They too busy from doing cleanup right now to issue a warrant to do anything. The sheriff is not even out here interviewing people that know something. They're not even doing nothing, but they claim it's an investigation going on. Okay? The judge says that the friend that was left with that phone, he should be picked up. He should be picked up. They said the phone with the Snapchat being deleted, that was suspect. The friend with the phone is suspect. The text messages, everything that was deleted in the phone, the different pings, all this stuff I was telling y'all about, all of this stuff is suspect. The family had to go and locate the phone, y'all. Locate it. He did not willfully call the parents and say, I got his phone, we got his card, none of that. They knew that people were looking for him, but they willingly kept that phone. And when the father went over to get it, he didn't want to give it up. He did not want to give it up. Everything they did was suspect, y'all. Everything. Nolan was a night of excitement to these demons. They used him as entertainment. They got wasted and they did what they wanted to do to him. And not just them, allegedly it was a few adults there as well. Make you wonder what's going on, y'all. For real, for real. Nolan was seen out. Not Nolan, but his friends. They were seen out the very next day. Having breakfast. La-di-da-di-da. Their friend that just spent the night with them, went to the boat island with them, all of that stuff. They were seen out the very next day having breakfast. Dining, y'all. Like la-di-da-di-da. Beautiful day. Didn't want to give up the keys. None of that. This is what they were doing. This judge said due to the fact that there's a video out of them arguing and he is clearly asking for his keys, and the fact that the keys ended up at the guy's house that he went out there with and all of that stuff, that's all suspect. This is what this guy is saying. He said that if he would have received an affidavit from law enforcement, which is supposed to come from John Ledbetter, he's saying that he would have issued a warrant out for their arrest. And he's saying that the main thing that he would have charged, issued the warrant for was they had that phone unlawfully. And Nolan didn't give permission for them to have his phone. They had a loud argument with him telling them to give him his phone. his phone end up with y'all and he end up demised somewhere, he said that would have been issued out first. Then he said that he would have issued out a warrant for the social media to be checked, y'all. He said this is the process. This guy, Jun, is not following protocol. He's not doing none of that stuff, y'all. And you know why? Because they're letting these kids get away with what they did to him. This crazy. On so many levels. This judge is on vacation right now. And he's posting while he's on vacation talking about this situation. This retired judge telling you that something ain't right. Yo. Something ain't right. He's saying the key is this phone. The key to this whole situation is this phone. And messages and all of that. That's the key to getting a warrant and all of that stuff. Getting the affidavit done. They don't plan on doing nothing, y'all. This guy came out talking about they was going to do this case like any other case. No, they ain't. No, they not. All these people are an inner circle of judges, police officers, doctors, all of these people, and lawyers. This is who he was hanging out with. And y'all got to be careful. I know some people be like, oh, I want to hang with them because daddy a lawyer just in case we need them, blah, blah, blah. No. In case they do something to you, they cover up their mess. They can get away with it. You got to look at stuff on both sides of the coin and figure and realize, is it worth it? Is it worth it? They asked the daddy, do he think it was about color? He didn't even want to admit that it's about color. And the money is still pouring in, y'all. Still pouring in. Look at these floors. Daddy got on Adidas. Look at Adidas with the rose, red and white, and the black. All of this stuff is connected, y'all. And you have to pay attention. You really and truly do. You have to pay attention to the signs in these stories. You got to pay attention to these hand gestures. It's a lot of people out here. And there's probably Masonic lodges in your neighborhood. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Masonic lodges in your neighborhood, you don't see nobody going in ever and nobody coming out ever. You be wondering, why is this place here? What is they doing in there? That's what you be wondering. What the heck is going on? Why is all this stuff going on? Horn Island equal 362. Y'all, you can't make this up. It equals 36. Horn Island. It never dawned on the daddy and the mama to put their foot down and say, you are not going. You're not going. Learn Masonic hand gestures. Peep how he is acting like he is speaking to a king or something. I'm just saying, y'all. He's shaking the hand of the president or somebody. He bending his head down like he's amongst royalty. All the rest of them shaking their hand, looking at him face to face. But look at the house ninja. They got to put his head down because he got to do a further respect for the whites elites. They're all over the place. They doing autopsy reports. They put these people in places like this so they can get away with doing the things that they're doing. And they little minions and offsprings. Okay, y'all? All these people can say what they want to about, oh, he don't look at color. He don't this. He don't that. Did he ever see this movie Get Out? Did he? Did you put just as many blacks in his life as you did whites around him when he was growing up? Did you? You can't tell me that parents couldn't sit down and talk to him to be more careful. It looks as if he wanted to go out with the drinking buddies and the people that was getting wasted. This is what it looks like. This is the inner circle he wanted to be around. And get this, y'all. Out of all of these people that they've been finding dangling out the trees and all of this stuff, They're saying that a lot of people lately that we've been hearing about in a lot of stories and in the news, that they're finding them demise and stuff like that. You know what the serious pattern of all of this stuff is going on right now? Their significant other was white. All of the guys that they've been finding HUNG lately all had white girlfriends. Which further puts a target on your neck. On your head. There's a target on you. When you are messing around with their women. It's a target on your head when you are athletic and better than them. It's a target on your head when you're in their neighborhood and they're already jealous of your parents and what they got and this and that and this. And then you about to be going off the car. They don't want to hear, when they don't like you, they don't want to hear good things happening for you. They don't want to hear that you didn't finish college and a team didn't pick you up. Haters don't want to hear that. And they'll stop you in your tracks if they can. Just like the kid that, I think he was from Illinois, I'm not sure. But he was going to school to be a doctor. They took him out at his campus. They took him out. We are in a new day and age right now, y'all, that we have to be careful. We have to teach our kids some sense. Or they'll end up just like this. Just like this. And like I said before, the collection of money is taking place right now. And we're all sitting back like, how is they, do they lose their sense of, where they came from when they move into these suburbs? Do they lose their sense of, I'm just saying, y'all, I'm starving. I'm about to go eat, y'all. My stomach growling now. I got to go get me something to eat. Are they losing their sense of where they came from? And this is part of their downfall too. Are they? Ask yourself this question. A lot of people is feeling some type of way about all of this stuff. I'm paying attention to everything I'm running across online and everything I'm running across on TikTok and all of these different outlets. Some people are mad. Some people are saying, even some of the black girls. It's not just women. Like the women look at this as their children. They see this as this could happen to their own. But some of these girls out here that's younger, that's in school and stuff like that, I'm noticing they don't care as much because they feel like they're picked over by a lot of these guys that's being taken out right now. They're picked over. They don't see them as attractive or got anything going on in their life that interesting to them, that they only want to be with white girls. So a lot of people is looking at this as well. Like, even though they didn't make it to, a basketball team or a football team or a baseball team or whatever, because something stunted them from going to this. Like, he got stopped and went to prison. Nolan gets stopped and he's gone. But all these young girls is peed off. They were like, he's going to end up with a white girl anyway. He already had a white girlfriend. This is how they're feeling. And can you get mad at them for feeling the way they feel? Can you? When you look over a person of color just to be with somebody else and then you end up in the dirt. Can you get mad at them? You can't. People in the comment section going off. Don't talk like that. You can't make people feel the way you feel. A lot of people have their feelings because of what they experience. Anybody that's making money or whatever, the white girls is all over them. Anybody that got something going for them, they're all over them. Lining that check up, lining them checks up so they can marry them, have a baby bound or something, so they can be connected to them in some shape or form. And this is why people feeling the way they feel, y'all. It is. And the question remains the same. You know, are they giving these little ones over to these people? Are they? And was him telling us something to come, y'all? Was this letting us know what all they have to do to be a part of this money-making circle, to get their foot in the door? You know, this movie takes you in places where you wonder, you know, was there some type of initiation for him that he did not pass on that island? Was there some type of initiation? He was getting ready to go back to school. Was this so that he can move up the ladder in the, football world? I don't know. But it just seems really, really odd, y'all, that there's so much, being said, but nothing is coming out really. That makes sense. Was he hit on the head so that they wouldn't notice any bruises on him, on the the face or whatever? Was he hit over the head? Because he was hit over the head. He ended up somewhere where he had to, choose between good and bad. Did he want this career playing football, or did he, and get involved with these Satanists and stuff like that? Or did he want to, walk away from the whole situation? It was about survival in the end. He had to go up again. It was a lot of people getting broke off in this picture. Teammates, if you miss when he throw the ball or whatever, or catch the ball, if they miss, then they broke off a teammate. So you had to be your best in order for that teammate not to suffer. Y'all, so much tied to this movie. It don't make sense. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace. Oh, thanks for the donations that have been coming in too. I appreciate you all.